Hello students, good morning. This is the first class about system analysis and design. We call it as SAD, SAD. This paper is called SAD, System Analysis and Design. The paper is not so sad. The paper is very interesting, and in this paper we will be seeing about, in this course we will be seeing about the different steps that are involved in development of a software. Different steps that are involved in development of a software. We know that we have seen, or we are aware about different type of software. Some software will be accepting some data, then processing the data depending on some programs, and will show the output. And when the program is closed, the data may be lost. There are some programs like that, like our programs to find sum of two numbers. That program will accept two numbers at runtime. It will compute the result, and then it will show the result, and while closing the program, the data or the information, the processed data is lost. Some programs will be storing this data and information to a file. So this that may be available in the file always, in the hard disk. And some programs will be having some database concept. Database concept means the software will be storing the data and information in a database, such as SQL Access or something like that. And there will be some interfaces, some user interfaces, which may show the output or which may show the data available in database. Also, some reports can be generated depending on the database data. So there are software like that also, for which retrieve data from database and show data as reports using interfaces. And these systems will be having two ends called front end and back end. Front end is the place or the software where it is the interface, it is the user interface, it is the user interface in which the user sees the data. Okay, that is front end. Examples can be Java, then Visual Basic, okay, Java, and some Visual Basic programs, or Visual C++ programs, or HTML, PHP programs, or some Python programs like that. That means we are designing interfaces for the user to use the data stored in database. This is what we call front end. And back end is the actual place where we store data. Actual place or actual tool that we use, data storage. Okay, it may be Access, MS SQL, etc. We know the database is stored in hard disk or some, if you are using online websites or online softwares, then it will be in the server. But for storing data and manipulation of data, we need a DBMS, database management system, such as Access, SQL Server, MySQL, etc. Okay, and So system development is a tedious process. System development is a tedious process. Means a system or a software system will be designed for a specific application, and we call this as application programs. So application programs are programs that are developed for a specific application. And it, for example, take an example of a medical store. A medical store. This medical store have different functions. Means from the software point of view, there will be stock coming, there will be stock entry for that. Then there are transactions, daily transactions are there. So for billing a transaction, we need to take care of about stock also. Okay, and you can think about the real situation of the medical store. They are ordering medicals from different companies, pharmaceutical companies. So different medicines will be supplied by different company. So they have to place the order appropriately. Okay. Then depending on the demand, they have to order the stock. They have to update the stock. If some paracetamol tablet is selling in a bulk, in a bulk manner, then they have to get stock of that paracetamol for the next day. So this reordering of the stock also will be a logical process. Reordering of the stock will be a logical process, because depending on the necessity, the computer system may foresee the requirement for the next week. Okay. So while developing a system, lot of things has to be taken care of. And the first phase of the software development is the most important phase, called study phase. So study of the required system has to be done perfectly for creation of a good software. For that, we have to formalize, we have to find out the correct aim, correct scope, and then all the functionalities of the proposed system. So today I am telling you to collect or contribute some real-time systems like this. As an example, I told you about medical store. Likewise, it can be either offline or online. What is offline? What is online? Offline system means I have a computer, I have my firm, I am operating my software in my computer for the automation of my firm. That is offline. Means I have a computer, I have the firm, I will be doing some data entry in my computer. The computer will be used for some purpose. The computer serves me for or help me for efficient functioning. That is offline system. Online system means my system is hosted or stored in a server, and there can be multiple uses of my system, and multiple users will be using it from different places. Multiple users will be using it from different places, and depending on my firm's aim, it may be having different types of processes. For example, railway reservation system, okay, or a online banking system. Okay. that all this works online. Bill payment system, mobile recharge system. Okay, so these systems are software systems, but they works in a online mode, because multi users are using it. Also it is hosted in a main server, and we are using internet for accessing this software. Even though I am the owner of the software, multiple users may be using my software at different levels, at different permission levels. A user may be using his phone or something to use the machine, use the system, and sometimes my distributor will be updating my system. Sometimes my salesman will be updating the system, using the system. Sometimes I may be using the system for checking, and maybe I will be getting some reports also as I need. Depending on my necessity, I will be getting my reports also. So think about some systems, and in the next link of the Moodle, I have created something called a wiki. This wiki means you can contribute your suggestions, or you can type in to the common file I have posted, and so you will be able to see all the postings of all other students. And what you have to do is that you have to propose a software system which is existing, that you have seen or you may be experienced. And so you type the system and then give a brief explanation of the system. What is it for? Then what may be the modules, or what may be the functions of that system, etc. So we will share the same file, and after giving your input, give your name also, so that I can see that you have contributed. Also, a student can contribute to multiple systems. Okay, so it will be a combined work for us to see the different systems which are existing in the real world. Okay, so from the next class I will be going through the different tools or different steps or the different procedures which are used for developing a software system. And please be sure to do this task today itself. Thank you. Okay.